Hello everyone, welcome to a tutorial. I'll be showing you how to install ChronoCraft on Linux. I'll be using Arch Linux on this install, but this should work on any distribution as long as you follow the steps for your correct distribution. This will specifically work for any Arch Linux distribution, which includes what I'm running. If you're running Manjaro, that's an Arch Linux distribution. Garuda, that's also an Arch Linux distribution. And if you're running a Debian based distribution, I will show you the commands you can use, but you will have to figure it out if you have a problem. But you can always ask in the comments. Alright, let's begin. So first off, let me close these. You want to come to chronocraftgame.com. This is where you'll actually be downloading the game itself. Come here, you have step 1, step 2. Step 2 is just the $11 per month to actually gain access to ChronoCraft. At the moment, ChronoCraft is a subscription-based service because it's still in the alpha state and they need help and support. So come support them, $11 a month. Well, but you can still download the game for free. There are events where you can play for free. Sometimes like once a month, or they'll have events. So yeah, just come press the download button. You'll start downloading a ChronoCraft file. I already have this downloaded. I'm just not going to download it right now. So yeah, once you download that file, you can come over here, open up your file manager, and here we go, chronocraft.exe. I'm going to open this in a archival tool called Xarchiver. You don't want to launch this, you want to open this as if it's a zip file. So yes, come open it, go to bin, there's a project xy.jar file. Now, you want to put this file in wherever you want ChronoCraft to be installed. I'm going to install ChronoCraft in a games folder, and I'll create a ChronoCraft folder right here. And open that. I'm going to put this jar file in there. It's going to come up like that. I'm just going to put the jar file inside the ChronoCraft folder. Alright, once you put your jar file into your ChronoCraft folder, you can close out of your archive tool, open up the command prompt. Don't be afraid. There's only simple commands. I will tell you everything. You want to change your directory by using the cd command to go into the games folder that you installed. You put your ChronoCraft jar in, ls to see the files. Alright. Now, we can't run this with any normal Java version. We need a custom Java version that will help us run and log in. So, the custom Java version we'll be using is Liberica. Liberica is a Java version right here. The one we want is JDK 8, and we want the full version. So let's say you're doing this in a Debian Based distro. You come here, full JDK, you'll get this file, install this Debian file, and you'll run it. In the case of Arch users, we'll be using the AUR, the Arch user repository. If you don't have the AUR running or installed, I would highly recommend going to another video, getting the AUR running and going. If you're running like a graphical package manager, you can use your graphical package manager. 9 times out of 10, they'll have the AUR enabled. But for the command line, we'll be using yay. You could use yaourt, but we'll be using yay. We'll put yay, Liberica, JDK 8, and we'll search for packages, and here it is. It's Liberica JDK 8 full bin. We'll be choosing that one and installing it. So yeah, just make sure it's JDK 8 full. You want the full part of it. It's very important to get it running. Alright, now that it's installed, we'll be running this project XY jar with the custom Java version. If you're on Arch, you're gonna want to. If you're on any distro you're on, you want to find where your Java binary is, where you will type the command. Because normally you can type Java, go ahead. but to make sure it's static and it will work anytime, even if you switch your Java version to another version by default. Finding out where your Java binary is very important for that staticness. So yeah, how I'm gonna find it, I believe for Arch users, it's in the /user /user bin JVM, I believe. No, user library lib JVM. Yeah, it's right here. Liberica JDK8 full bin Java. Yep. So this is your thing. For Arch users, it should be in this directory. So once you get to this Java part, space jar, meaning we want this specific jar file, and then project xy.jar. Once we launch this, it will create a few files in the folder, and it will install the launcher. So the launcher is installed right here. You can log in with Microsoft, go ahead and then play, and it should work. However, we'll be creating a launch script, so you don't have to go and type all of this in every time. So we'll come back to our other command. I'm going to put it in, I'm going to echo it and actually just put it into a file. I'm going to call it launch.sh. Oh, no such directory. Oh. There we go. And so I'm just going to open it with my text editor, make sure it worked. All right, it did. And so the way I'm going to have it set up so I can go into use this launch.sh anywhere, because I don't want to always just come to this folder. I want to move this launch.sh and have it wherever I want. I'm probably going to put it in the home directory. I'm just going to have it so I can cd into this ChronoCraft folder before it launches the project jar. But here's the thing, make sure this actually launches the launcher jar. So we're gonna have jar bin /launcher /pxy launcher.jar, and that should launch it. And once the script ends, I'll just have a cd at home. And I'm gonna quit out of my text editor. I'm going to give this file launching permissions with chmod +x launch.sh. So now it has launching permissions, and I'll launch it with /launch.sh, and it will launch the launcher. I'll log in with Microsoft, and let me log in. Alright, I have logged in, and it will actually start downloading the game. You can come to settings, change how much RAM you want. I'll keep it at 4 gigabytes for now, but if you have a beefier computer and you can actually do better, I would recommend changing your RAM. If there are any files that come up, any errors, you can always recheck your game files just in case to make sure if they're downloaded correctly. But at the moment, the game is downloading. We'll just have to wait till it downloads and it'll launch. So right now the game is launching. We'll just have to wait. Alright, and there we go. We are now in Minecraft. We'll just press play. ChronoCraft, but you might be saying, whoa, that is very weird. What is going on here? This is a graphical glitch that's going on. Disconnect. I'm going to quit the game for now. But the way to actually fix this is to go back into your launch file, and you're going to have to put a little thing. So if you're running with NVIDIA graphics card, you're probably running the open source Mesa version of it. For the open source command, for the Mesa, you want to put Mesa underscore GL underscore version underscore override equals 3.3. And then once again, mesa underscore GLSL underscore version underscore override equals 330. And this should fix all graphical errors that might occur. You can quit out of that. If you're not running NVIDIA drivers, I would highly recommend looking online. If you are having similar graphical errors, look online, try to find if there are any fixes. I will once again launch ChronoCraft, and hopefully the graphical error should fix. Alright, let's see if the graphical errors are resolved. And there we go, we have our character, our animations, and everything. All is well. And yeah, that's great. I'm going to go over, switch to a Linux Mint, and show you guys how you would do it on a Debian Based distribution now. Alright, so I've just sped up this moment here. It's a voiceover. What I'm doing is doing what I did with the Arch install. I'm creating the games file, the chrono file. I'm putting the exe in that file. And right here, I go to the Liberica JDK, and I scroll down to where it says Linux. I select full JDK. I go download deb. And so that file will be downloading. I'll save that file. And this is how you will install the Liberica on any Debian-based distro. This includes Linux Mint, Ubuntu, pure Debian. Any Debian-based distro, you will be using this .deb file to install Liberica. Alright, so I have dragged the project XY to the correct folder after I extracted it from the archive. I'll now change my directory to the downloads folder and install Liberica using sudo apt install space // and the file name of the .deb file. And so that is installing at the moment. Alright, so now I'll be running this command sudo update alternatives --config java, and this is how I'll actually be getting the Java binary file that I'll be using to launch the project jar. This is the same how I mentioned in the Arch install. And so right here, I'm just launching the project XY jar using how I described. And so it'll create files and it'll launch the launcher. And so it's downloading the launcher at the moment. And so what I'll be doing, again, I'll be echoing this into a launch.sh file. I'll nano into this file, and I will edit it again to have cd games ChronoCraft, and I'll cd it back to the home directory. I'll also be changing the jar to bin launcher pxy launcher.jar, which is the correct launcher jar we'll be using. Gmod plus x launch.sh allows me to have it as a executable, and then I'll write /launch.sh to launch ChronoCraft launcher. I will then log in, and I have logged in, and right now ChronoCraft is downloading and it will launch. Alright, so ChronoCraft actually crashed, and I'll be actually adding the Mesa command I said in the Arch install to help fix the NVIDIA drivers to use the correct Mesa version. I'll add Mesa GL version in front of the Java launch command. I'll once again launch the script and press login, and there it's logging into ChronoCraft. Mojang is launched, Minecraft is launched. And there's the Minecraft button. I'll press play. First time, I don't know why, it does not connect, but once I pressed it the second time, it started loading into the game. And there we go, I'm in ChronoCraft. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It took a decent time to make. If you want me to do it again, higher quality, because I know this was 720p, I was doing this on a laptop that wasn't the best specs, but if you want me to make it in a higher quality, smoother, much better, please let me know. I will remake it later. But for now, this is all we have. I hope you enjoyed, and goodbye. Also, like and subscribe.